Hi everyone, hi and welcome. My name is Mamie Coleman. I am a life coach, relationship coach, conscious success coach. I am here today to talk to you about astrology. I've got another channel where I do all the coaching. It's called Healing Chase Coaching or Healing Chase here on YouTube. Check it out and subscribe. I'll leave a link here somewhere with the video so you can just click on and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here today. I teach all about empathy. My coaching is based on empathy and finding balance that makes us better human beings. Astrology is one thing that really helps this coaching. Astrology for me is not something that's set on stone. It is something that helps us navigate our lives, right? Through the ups and downs and all that. And basically it is part of our personality, but doesn't mean that it is something that we're going to actually live out in this lifetime. We may live parts of it. Today we're talking about, drum roll, Aquarius, the energy of Aquarius. I love this energy because I do have this energy in my chart. So stay tuned. Before I get started, I would like for you to subscribe please to this channel. I'm not regular on here, but I do try and post every now and then. So do subscribe if you feel inspired to. I hope you are. And leave your comments and let me know what you think about this channel and this video today. If you are an Aquarius, Sun, Rising, even Mercury, I always say, because a lot of people overlook Mercury, but I think it does speak a lot about who you are, because you are basically speaking all those other parts into existence through your Mercury, right? And so if you've got this sign Aquarius in Mercury, Venus, and as well your Mars, this is a video for you. Even if you don't, we all have these signs. Even if they don't have planets in them, we do have them in our chart, because you know the sky is open for everybody. When you're born, you've got all these constellations anyway, so you do have them. They just manifest stronger when they've got planets and they are aligning with other parts of your chart. If you want to learn more about the chart stuff, there's so many other videos here on YouTube that will give you a bit more in detail about what these signs are and what they mean in terms of, you know, who rules them and how, blah blah blah, all that. But today we're only talking about the energy side of things. So the energy to me speaks really more about the personality. I think a lot of the things that we talk about tend to be more about the stereotype of the stereotypical things and traits and characters of these signs. But I really want to delve more deeper into the energy of it, wherever it's placed in your chart. And as I said before, you do have these placements anyway. So Aquarius, oh my God. I love Aquarius. I always say I love every sign, and I do. I absolutely do. Because we all have these signs anyways. This sign is in me as much as it's in you. It might not be at the same level, but you know, so we're going to try and talk about it in relation to your chart, you know, in relation to the energies that are in your chart, you know. Aquarius is a beautiful, beautiful sign that is all about humanity, and I'm sure you've had this one before, but it really wants to bring a lot of togetherness into the world. The stereotypical things, for example, are things like being different, dressing different, and all that sort of stuff. But what does the energy really tell us about Aquarius? You know, what is it here to do? What does it want? What is it here to teach us? What is it here to teach you, Aquarius? If you're watching this and you're an Aquarius person, you've got a sun in Aquarius or moon or rising or even MC or IC, doesn't matter. What are you here to learn? What is Aquarius trying to teach you? What is the energy that you give out, and what do you get from other people? In my last video about Scorpio, I did mention about being, you know, the energy that you give out comes back to you, and sometimes this mirror thing gets lost in the way. So it's always about balance, you know. It's about how you are when you are in these different places, and how you can use other parts of your chart, which essentially to me is other parts of who you are, parts of your personality, right? So that's what these other placements are. And just because I've got a sun in Scorpio doesn't mean that that's all that there is, or unless you've got a stellium in Scorpio, then that's a different story. So Aquarius is a beautiful energy. I'm just going to try and conjure this energy because I do understand this energy as I do have it, and as well I have it in a stellium. well, actually some of my planets are in the house of Aquarius. If you don't know what that is, again, there's so many videos here on YouTube that can teach you about that. So a lot of my planets are in the house of Aquarius, and I understand this energy because it gives me, what it says to me is, we are all humans. We're all here to learn something, to live and to evolve to another place, right? In my Healing Chase coaching, I talk about self-awareness, right? And it's all about going through the ups and downs of life, the ups and downs, killing your ego, and dealing with so many things in our lives. So when you're up here, you want to come down to the middle and know that you can also go to the darkness, to a low frequency. So when you're there, what can you do? So Aquarius sort of understands this, much like Scorpio, much like any other sign, to be honest. But I find that Aquarius understands this so much so because they see the bigger picture. They understand everything. Like, you literally speak to any Aquarius person, they have an answer for everything. Doesn't it seem like that, Aquarius? You have an answer for everything. You know everything, don't you? And it's such a beautiful thing because you're here to teach people that it's okay for you to be your own person. It's okay for you to see things the way you do, and it's okay for the other people that are around you or the world for it to be how it is. It's all absolutely fine, right? It's about that acceptance. It's about that togetherness. It's not even about together as in with other people. You can be together with yourself, just being here and loving people from a distance, right? But the good thing is, we live with people, and we need to learn to bring them into our world in a way that will not cause a lot of friction. This kind of reminds me of the last video I did about Sagittarius, because they are always up here and happy, right? And they just don't seem to understand that people may be in a different level than they are, right? On a different frequency that they are. And one thing that Aquarius understands is that people have those different frequencies, especially if it's an Aquarius that has learned all these other parts about themselves, right? One thing I always say, it's very important to learn all the other parts about yourself. Learn your chart if you're into astrology. If you're not, learn about yourself, this self-awareness. That way you are then able to see other people for what they are and bring that understanding to them. Like, I see you and I understand you. And I think that's what I sort of get from this energy of Aquarius, that when I'm around them, I am completely myself, because why? They are themselves. They don't judge you. They don't expect you to be anything other than what you are. They don't want you to be them. Although sometimes this energy may manifest in yourself when you're still maybe growing or still finding out yourself. You might then feel the need to make people be a certain way because you have this knowledge, right? You have this understanding of the world, so you want people to, like, this is the truth. I know the truth. Do you know the truth? This is what I know. Come on, everybody knows this. And they tend to go towards that. But really, aside that, it's about the energy itself. What is it here to teach us? It's here to tell you, Aquarius, that you have the knowledge of the universe, right? You have the knowledge of the cosmos. You have the knowledge of Earth. You have the knowledge of people, because you are a humanitarian. But you have to find that balance. How do you communicate this to your world in a way that you don't alienate them? And to me, it's all about coming in here and find that balance. It's about bringing that balance, going through the ups and downs, and understanding that you're not always right, okay? To yourself, you're not always right. You're wrong sometimes. And when you're wrong, it's okay to be wrong. And I think what Aquarius does really well is to understand that. They do understand that when they're wrong, and they can themselves can do the research that will lead them to their truth, right? Because everybody has that truth. Let me just try and feel into this energy. Aquarius wants to bring peace to the world, right? It wants to bring peace to the world. It wants to bring people together. It wants people to be themselves, so much so that it can be the one thing that consumes them, right? It can be the one thing that they are and it could be in different areas of life. So it doesn't have to be just about bringing people. It's about, again, having this understanding of the world, right? Understanding of people. And they can be so fixated on that because they are a fixed sign. So they will be fixated on it and they will not budge for anything. But that's where the balance comes in. That's where finding balance in your life is very, very important, because that way you don't alienate yourself, because whatever you give to somebody will come back to you, and it will come back to you tenfold, and it will put you down. And when it does, that is that low moment where you have to understand that you can get up and find the light again. But it's not about just staying in the light, it's about finding the balance, right? And as I always say, we're not monks, we're not sitting on the top of the mountain somewhere in Tibet or anything like that. We are living in this world where we are being asked to let go of our freedom, literally every day, with our mortgages, with our children, schools, taxes, politicians, everything that is demanding of us to live like everyone else. And Aquarius doesn't always find that something that they really enjoy. They want to live freely. The Aquarius energy really reminds me of Sag. Sag really wants to understand and learn everything and know everything. They also feel they know everything. But these two energies can really complement each other, because where Sag understands people and understands that people are different and people want community, they want that. Aquarius understands that as well. But I think where they differ is where Aquarius wants, it's that sole purpose here, to bring the people together, to make them see themselves and be individual. But Sagittarius wants to understand and teach other people about other people. So I think these two energies really should work together. If you've got Sag in your chart and as an Aquarius person, look to that. Look to finding that Sag energy and connecting with it, and let it lead you to that balance. And as well, Aquarius is an air sign, so it can, as I said, it can be up here, right? Above, looking up there, looking down on everybody, not in a negative way, but just because they can see the playing field, right? It's important for them to then find other parts of themselves, other parts of that chart. If, for example, you have an earth sign somewhere, or a water sign, something that can bring you down and give you that balance of seeing things from a different level. Because what I find with Aquarius as well is that the warmth, just like Sag, can sometimes be lackluster, because they are so into in their heads almost, or up here, so they can tend to be a little bit detached from what really is going on, because they're seeing everything, they're missing the details. If you're not into astrology, don't worry about the chart. What you need to look at then is a part of your personality. Sometimes when you're alone and you're feeling some type of way, there's a bit of depth in there, and not just everything, not just seeing everything, but you're focused on this one thing. What is that? Look into it. Let it lead you to that balance. So if you're in a relationship with a Sag person, I think you are in for a good ride. You're in for learning a lot, for individuality, for freedom, but at the same time, you are in for a relationship that can be a little bit too individualistic as well at the same time, which is so interesting about Aquarius, because it's about bringing people together. At the same time, they are very, very, they can seem distant while they're with you. So I know this energy firsthand, because I can come into a room, I'm sure you can relate to this as well, Aquarius out there. You can come into a room and you love everybody, and you're so happy with everybody, and you appreciate how they are, you appreciate their style, all that sort of stuff, but you're not really connecting with them, right? And the connection only really comes from within, right? It can only come from you doing your meditation, and I'm sure you do, Aquarius, doing your meditation and connecting with yourself. So when you come out, that warmth will just ooze out of you and radiate out of you. Okay, so yeah, I love this energy. I mean, I haven't got much else to say about this energy. What I know that drives me in my life is just to help people, you know, to bring peace and teach people. And that's why, I guess, why I do the work that I do. And I'm sure a lot of you Aquarius out there are probably in similar work in, you know, the occults and maybe even, you know, science and that sort of stuff. You know, you want to get to the next level. You want to get to the next level, but trying too hard can sometimes prove a bit detrimental. So try and hone it in, find that balance, and yeah, don't forget your sign is the water bearer. You feed the earth with your water and with your knowledge. Okay, and that knowledge can only come from when you find that balance. It cannot come from ego, right? It cannot come from I know everything, you know. It comes from real understanding. You're here to bring people together and really work on finding that within yourself first before you can spread the word, right? I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it resonates with you and it has given you some insight on what Aquarius is all about. As I said, I'm not always regular here on this channel on Cosmic Chase, but I do have other channels and other content there. So have a look at my coaching channel and like this video, leave me your comments, let me know what you think, and if I've missed anything, I'm really open to hearing it, and I'll be happy to open a discussion with you. Thank you so much. I wish you a beautiful day wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Love and light to you. Bye bye.